Hey Charek, so really good to see you, and we're here at Viva Poland Sanctuary, and people watching this obviously from Viva UK and really interested in your work, and quite a few people have donated to it. So tell us, when the war started, the kind of impact it had on the work that you're doing, because obviously you had to sort of move things out of the way to focus on this. So what kind of things have you been doing?
Exactly, we had to give up some of our activities and just move towards helping Ukrainian animals. So since almost the first day, we've received a lot of phone calls and requests asking us to help. One way is, of course, to bring some animals to Poland, and we managed to bring 100 animals.
Wow.
Half of them dogs, half of them cats.
I think it's important to point out at this stage that it's not just the cats and dogs that are here, because of course we've just seen foxes here that have been rescued from fur farms, which need a lot of attention. There's pigs, there's cows, there's chickens, so there's hundreds of animals here. So to take another 100, it was a big thing.
Of course, the number of cats and dogs almost doubled over a few days. So we have a lot of work, additional work, a lot of additional costs with veterinary care, feeding those animals. So we had to start to collect supplies and also money, and thanks to you and your supporters, we received a lot of support, which lets us focus on rescuing animals, not on collecting money, right?
There's some heartrending stories. One of them was a blind dog, or almost blind dog, called Charlie. Tell us his story. He came from Ukraine.
Yes, he was brought by some volunteers. His owner died, and the dog started to live by just local grocery store. Some people would throw him the food, but others wanted to get rid of him because people are afraid of stray animals, stray dogs. He looks kind of like a big dog and scary, but he's not. He's rather gentle, and he is almost blind, completely blind. We, of course, we will take him to special veterinarian who will check if we can do anything to make his eyes better.
Hello, this is Poncho.
That's Poncho.
Hello, little guy. Hi, Poncho, beautiful boy. So the dog Charlie, a Viva volunteer knew that this dog stood absolutely no chance when the bombing started, and brought him to Viva Poland Sanctuary. So a lot of what I've seen you doing have been reliant on Viva volunteers as well. So for example, earlier this week we were at Western Station. Wendy and Gary yesterday went to a station near the border. Clearly people are arriving with almost nothing. Two young women with a dog called Muffin had almost no luggage, and they had their dog in a backpack who'd been in the backpack for 15 days before they got to the train station in Warsaw, and were really grateful, of course, for the carrier to put the dog in.
They were very surprised. I told them, do you want the carrier? And they asked me how much is the carrier, because they were not sure that they could afford it. And I said it's for free. We are here just to help you, the refugees that came with animals. And she was surprised. As a lot of refugees, they are overwhelmed with our help and with generally help of Polish people.
Yeah, and there was a younger girl with her grandma who also was just free holding the dogs. So they were getting off the trains, just holding their dogs or their cats. I just cannot imagine what they're feeling inside. And those two women still had a long way to go before they were hoping to get across to Georgia. The young girl and the grandma were hoping to get to Germany, arriving in new countries with almost nothing. So it's really important that Viva Poland's been there.
We try to deliver supplies everywhere we really can. The need is huge. Hundreds of animals, most of them with nothing. No food, no pet carriers, no collars sometimes. So it was a big challenge to deliver so much supplies. But again, we managed to collect some and to buy some with the money.
I spoke to you 2 or 3 weeks ago when you said, we've delivered 3 tons of food, and then I spoke to you again a few days later and you said, oh, that's gone up a bit to over 45 tons of food. Yes. 45 tons of food, that is a lot of bags.
Tomorrow about 10 tons will go to Ukraine. Fortunately, we were able to get a lot of food donated. Some of them we still have to buy, especially those for animals that have problems with kidneys or liver, or for puppies. Yeah. But other than that, we received a lot of food, and we are able to move it to Ukraine, sometimes directly to the sanctuary, and sometimes with cooperation with Ukrainian organizations. So Still, we need a lot of food. Just a couple days ago, when I talked to this organization, this Ukrainian organization, they told me they need 400 tons a week.
400 tons
Yes,
a week.
exactly.
Wow.
So really, the needs are huge. Most animals, of course, are left in Ukraine. So that's where we have to move our help and the support. Here, of course, we still need the support. We need new homes for those animals that we brought from Ukraine. We need to take care of them. We need to socialize them. But the most work has to still be done in Ukraine.
Everybody seems to be pulling together the best that they can, and at least that's the other side of this dreadful, violent, bloody, murderous conflict that Putin has inflicted on so many people. The only other side of it that you can see a ray of light for humanity is the fact that so many people are being kind.
Yes, that's true. We witnessed just incredible situation and moments when people united. There's a lot of help for humans, but also for non-human animals. It looks like we still have a lot of will to help. Everyone is working like 100 or 200%, and still we want to help.
I think on behalf of everyone at Viva UK, we just want to say we are so in awe of what you have done at Viva Poland. You just pulled out all the stops and so urgently, and really impressive about what the staff are doing, but also the volunteers. I mean, at the station, the volunteers on a rota are there 14, 15 hours a day, which is essential. And there are several points, as we've said, where people need to be to help the refugees. So just thank you so much for everything that you're doing, and we'll help as much as we can.
Thank you very much.